Mic check. Today is day 27 of learning to read Chinese, and we'll take it easy today. We're learning about chapter title, unit title is 艺术, that's art. We're starting with a bunch of musical instruments. So we got videos, so you can hear the sounds of them and not just look at pictures. First up is Pete. This Pete is it only goes together with Pa, which pipa is the name of that instrument. So you see all these have the two wang. It's got the same top half, and the bottom, not this one, but most of them the bottoms are phonetic. So that's like similar to the ones in the fruits and trees chapter and stuff like that. Pipa. Let's hear it. I got sound in here. I muted the tab. We're not going to play the whole thing, but you can enjoy it at your leisure. That's Pipa. Next one is Qing. We call it Gu Qing because it's the ancient instrument. It's this one. It's got 7 strings, no bridges, long plucked instrument. This is way louder. Play about a minute of each. I think the visual of the video, I'm not sure if it, oh it does, okay. Next one is su. See, this is B on the bottom, so I'm not sure why it looks like that. But this is pronounced su, and it's a bit similar to the last one. This one's got bridges though. Has 25 strings. I think originally it went from 12, 14, 16 strings up to 21. Sometimes it's got 25 or 26 strings, so variable number of strings. But They all have more or less the same form. Okay, this is something else. Just that first sample was su. Now this character actually has some other meanings aside from just the name of this instrument. Like su means to wrestle, or su is to cower or curl up with cold. Most of these characters, though, are used only in the name of the instrument. Qing, this in general is used for all kinds of stringed instruments, including the piano, because piano's got strings inside. Piano's called gangqin. Violin, 小提琴, cello is 大提琴. Those sorts of instruments in general. String instruments are all called qing, but this specific one, the original qing, now we call it guqing. So, luo, this is the metal radical on the side. All right, this is luo, so it's phonetic. It's a gong. I think we all know what this sounds like. Luo. Cha. Again, phonetic, metal. Don't know why this isn't loading. Cha are cymbals, so it could be like the small ones in the hand or the ones like the crash and the ride in a drum kit, stuff like that. They're all called the same thing, cymbals. Cha. Keng chang. Keng chang is a onomatopoeia. Refers to the clashing, clanging sound of the cymbals and gongs. So keng is a clash, clatter, clang, impact, collide, strike. You got keng ran, keng chang, because it sounds like it. Loud, bright, rhythmic, percussive sound. Onomatopoeia words. Sheng. Sheng, this one is a 竹子头. See these ones? This top bit represents bamboo. It's kind of like the leaves, I think. So these are all the wind instruments, which were traditionally made out of bamboo. Sheng is a mouth organ, this free reed instrument with a bunch of pipes. Gotta skip the intro of this so you can hear the guy come in. So we also call harmonicas mouth organs. Has a similar tonal quality, but this thing is way more like a mouth organ in form. Sheng. Next one is xiao. Xiao is a vertical end-blown bamboo flute. This is the pan flute is called pai xiao. Pai is like a rack of ribs. Is pai guo. Pai is usual sticks all lined up, basically. It does kind of look like a rack of ribs. So this is the standard shell. One. They also play this in other parts of the world, like South America. Pan flutes. Next up, loading really slowly suddenly. Sheesh. Just gotta be patient, I guess. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Ooh is another onomatopoeia sound word. Ooh. Like ooh, ooh. It's a sob and whimper, hoot or toot. Your kiss or your last breath. Here we're talking ooh yeah. Yeah means fill or hoarse. So ooh yeah is specifically like this moaning, wailing sound. This character has got a couple other common readings. Yin. Yin means swallow. When you swallow water, saliva, whatever. Food. Yin is swallow. This on the right is yin, right, for phonetics. And on the left, ko, because it's to do with your mouth. And the other one is yin. Yin is the pharynx, so that anatomical part of your throat. The pharynx is yin. So those are the 3 readings of this word. So, oh yeah, we're describing the sound of the sheng and the xiao. Wo. Wo means to lie down, sleep, crouch, or hide. Now this is one of those characters where it is just a picture, but it's turned sideways. If you look at our... Oh, these freaking ads. I'll wait for that to load. But if you turn your head sideways, this is a bed, and this is a little guy lying on top of it. This is his arm, I guess. Here we go. Just a person lying on a bed, but it's turned sideways. We call this 卧底. 卧底 because it's transverse. You blow it from the side, you hold it sideways horizontally, so it's called 卧底. 笛子 is what we generally call this. It's a flute. We call Western flutes, the metal ones, we call them 笛子 as well. But traditionally this refers to the Chinese instrument, the bamboo one. Is this one? Yo. Yo means long, drawn out, distant, or remote. It can be fluttering or swing, leisurely, pensive, or worried. So all these sorts of this cloud of related words. Yo yang. Yang means to raise or hoist, winnow or scatter in the wind, flutter, propagate, or praise. So in this context, we're probably talking about fluttering and scattering in the wind. And here, that sort of pensive, distant, long drawn out, worried mood. This is kind of like the emotion that listening to this 笛子 卧底 gives you. The sound, the feeling that tone expresses. 悠扬. 筝, again we got 竹子头. It's made of bamboo. I mean, this one's actually not. It's made of hardwood. But we use this on top. Anyways, bottom is phonetic. 筝. It's another zither type instrument. I might have got the string count wrong on the other one. It's pretty similar, honestly, to the se, but it's... I couldn't tell you exactly where the difference is, but there is a difference. zheng. There you go. Ying. Ying means a sound or voice, the tone in music. Ying can also be a news or a message, like a ying would be you call like a voice message. Let me shut this door. Information or pronunciation. Bun. This bun means to run quickly or flee. Elope. Rapid. So you hear this in like 奔跑 for sprinting. This might be interesting. Look at this guy. Running really fast and leaving footprints on the ground. Bun. Got another pronunciation. Bun. Bun means go straight towards or head for. So it's like leaping at an opportunity you would use. Bun. Fun. Fun is this character is one of those that doesn't ever get used by itself. So it doesn't have its own meaning. It only gets used in compound words. That's why we call it a bound form. But when you put it with other words, it means vigorous, excited, or exert. So like for instance, you got 奋笔疾书. 奋笔, here we're talking about a pen being speedy. 奋不顾身 is a dashing head regardless of personal danger. 不顾身. 奋斗 is struggle and survive, to fight for your existence. 奋斗 奋发 is to exert yourself, act vigorously. 奋飞 is for fluttering and flying. 奋力 spare no effort. 奋起 rise with force and spirit, make a rigorous start. 奋战 fight bravely. So all those kinds of things, words that 奋 is used in, but never by itself. So here we're saying that the sound of the 古筝 is like that free and wildly galloping, running sound, which maybe you got a bit of that impression from the clip. 锁 This is again one of those characters that only has one use and doesn't mean anything by itself. It's only used in 唢呐, which is the name of this instrument. It's a double-reeded horn, so it's double-reeded like an oboe. It has a tone a little bit like an oboe, but it's a horn, conical brass horn at the end. So it's like kind of halfway between a woodwind and a brass instrument. Super loud, kind of like a cross between a bagpipe and an oboe. I hear it here. I can start this. Maybe here. This is a clip from a really good show, by the way. Competition reality show called Super Band. Swana. Super bright, super loud instrument. Now, this character actually has other meanings. By itself, it means to cry out. So you've got another reading, no, which means speak slowly or stuttering, whisper, Speak in a low voice. No. So this character's got more uses than the other one. This is only used in the name of that instrument. Gulp. Gulp means high, tall, or above average. It could be loud, vague, and lofty, impractical. Like if you're talking about an idea. Or elevate. Here we're talking about the high pitch, big sound of the suona. Gao kang. Kang means high also, or haughty. Nowadays, we only use this meaning haughty in the context of this one 成语, this one idiom. This one, 不卑不亢. Or like 卑 would refer to like self-deprecation or humility. And 亢 would be like arrogance in this context. So 不卑不亢 is still a saying that people use. But outside of this, we don't usually use this meaning haughty anymore. And if you look in this full definition, you'll see all kinds of other definitions that don't really get used anymore. But you'll see them in those old texts if you try to use them. Lots of words like that. Used to have certain meanings and don't have those meanings anymore. So here we're just talking about that loud and high-pitched sound of the suona, gao kang. Zhong. Zhong means a clock. Again, this is zhong, the center phonetics, and then here it's made out of metal. Is a clock or hours of the clock, like 几点钟 would be like, what time is it? Any time of day, you would use the number 1, 2, 3, 点钟. The dots of the clock. 1分钟 is a minute. 1秒钟 is a second. So yeah, anything of the clock. 钟 also refers to bells, goblets, or to concentrate, like focus your attention. I think that's what it means by concentrate. But in this context, we're talking about bells. So like in the video. Let's skip to the part where she actually plays it. This is a museum. Get the idea. It's these racks with these bells. Ling. Ling is also a bell. But ling specifically is going to be like a bell or a chime. Whereas zhong also refers to clocks. Traditional looking. This bell, tinkle of bells, anything in the shape of a bell, a chime. Yeah, refer to that like the ringtones on your phone or alarms on your phone. You can use this to refer to them too. Ming. Ming means chirp or cry of an animal. Is to make a sound or voice a sentiment like gratitude or grievances. Ming. Cui. Cui means brittle, fragile, or crisp, clear and melodious, straightforward. So here we're talking about ming cui. We're talking about the sound of those bells is crisp and clear. Ming cui. La. Here, look at all these pronunciations. It's got every tone. La we use for brass instruments, horns, loudspeakers. Loudspeaker is a 喇叭. specifically. Lama is what Tibetans call a master. Like the Dalai Lama would use that, I think. The La in Dalai Lama is this one. La. You use this in words like haladze, which is when you're spitting, your saliva drips out of your mouth. La. I don't think this is that common. La. What is this? Lagu. Lagu is a mole cricket. It's also called loku. This is this bug. La. It's pronounced la when it's used in various onomatopoeia for sudden sounds like hulala or do chang lala or hualala. Hualala is like a torrent of stuff falling down. Hulala. Yeah, it's just used in sounds. Doesn't mean anything. La with no tone. This is part of the word hala. Hala is the taste of cooking oil or greasy food that has gone bad. So a lot of these are kind of oddly specific and honestly not really that commonly used. But there you go. Here's laba. This is a very common usage of this character. Laba is a speaker. This ba means to put food in your mouth. This is a mouth. Or crackle as a sound. Pop, you also use this for like snap, crackle, pop kind of sounds. Like a pala. Pala is a slap. If you're saying like pala, itchum, slap in the face. That kind of sound. Pa. That on the right is ba, the number 8. Laba, xie. Xie means to rest, take a break, stop work, sleep, lodge, halt, or a moment or short while. Xie shan. Shan is part of the day or midday. I'm not exactly sure why xie shan is here at laba. Only thing I can think of is like you're sitting around chilling in the middle of the day with the music playing out of your loudspeakers. Maybe that's what it's about. Not sure. But those are all bunch of traditional Chinese musical instruments. Most of these are partly phonetic, so it shouldn't be too tricky to remember if you remember some of the component parts. We'll end there for today, and we'll see you next time.